I just got my first official public speaking gig because of my storytelling ability. Like Evan was saying, you can judge by people's emotions and things like that. And the reason that I got it, now this person that agreed to have me in the summit has never heard me speak in an audio room. He doesn't actually go to audio rooms. I actually met him through Facebook and I applied. My application wasn't the best, but he loved my enthusiasm when I spoke to him about what I wanted to speak in the summit about. It was my enthusiasm that got me my first official speaking engagement that had nothing to do with LinkedIn.
Sometimes we are like the eyes, like the Shakespeare would describe it, that you cannot see yourself except through the midst of a reflection. So I'm trying to look at the reflection now as the audience that are consuming the information, because sometimes they do give us signal of what is happening.
You can tell whether someone's engaging with your story or not. If someone's engaging with your story, my friends, they will lean towards you. They listen more. The facial expression will change. The eyes open up. Almost like they're asking, what next? What next? What next? When someone's not interested, I'm sure you know what that looks like. They go backwards. If they yawn, you're in trouble, right, Obehi? You're in desperate trouble. you're not engaging anyone. So literally, I think people's reactions, people's emotional, almost physical reactions, they're in front of you. You can see them. We can measure all these things.
Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi podcast. I'm Obehi Ewanfo, the host of the Obehi podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition. And in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man. And this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why not take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip. All right, now I am thinking. What I'm thinking about is a feedback, because now we are talking of being able to get a good return on investment on the story that we are telling in business. Okay, we are talking about business storytelling. And sometimes we are like the eyes, sometimes, no, not all the time. In business, you are not supposed to be all the eyes all the time. Like the Shakespeare would describe it, that you cannot see yourself except through the midst of a reflection. So I'm trying to look at the reflection now as the audience that are consuming the information, because sometimes they do give us signal of what is happening. How should we use feedback and qualitative data from the audience to improve the return on investment of our business storytelling?
Again, I like that. I can geek out as a psychologist. This is muscle, right? I think that for most of us, you can tell whether someone's engaging with your story or not. If someone's engaging with your story, my friends, they will lean towards you. They listen more. The facial expression will change. The eyes open up. Almost like they're asking, what next? What next? What next? When someone's not interested, I'm sure you know what that looks like. They go backwards. If they yawn, you're in trouble, right, over here. You're in desperate trouble. You're not engaging anyone. If I dare say, if you make them cry, if that's your aim, then you're onto a winner. So we do these rooms. I do many of these rooms. I do best of 30 rooms. I said, and people will literally come on stage and break down. Some may think that's a bad thing. For me, it's not always a bad thing, because what I want, what my co-host wants, is someone to feel the pain to feel the need that they have so much that they are willing to solve it there and then. If someone's crying, because they're so the pain is so great. We know we're closer to getting a call to say, "Help me solve this." So literally, I think people's reactions, people's emotional, which are physical reactions, they're in front of you. You can see them. See, but you can go the extra mile. There is a branch of psychology, a branch of advertising, a branch of marketing called neuroscience that will measure people's reactions. So on a simple level, I say it like this: if we like a story, we sweat. Our hands get sweaty. Strangely, let's understand that. People react almost physiologically without thinking. People's eyes go in different places when they look. When they're reading a story. If you're interested, my friend, your eyes is like as Hannah just mentioned. You're looking for the next part of the story. So literally, you're trying to scroll down with your eyes before you even scroll. We can measure all these things. Now, some people's heart rate goes up. Do we know this for a fact? Of course we do. Is there a way to measure this? Of course there are. There's tools. In EEG, ECG, they're the simple things that you can stick on people's heads and will measure which parts of their brain lights up when you tell a story. There's a science behind the ROI of stories that advertisers use. Now, my friend Isa just mentioned what the big companies will do. They have many KPIs, and many of them will measure this on focus groups. Big companies will use focus groups before they ever get any ad out there on telly or on radio. They want to know which one's going to work, and they measure scientifically people's responses. It can be done over here, and people do it every day. It's just not us that do it. If you're not going to go down the tools route, then at least learn some of the physical reactions for those who are in front of you. It's a tone of voice, the way people sound, their emotional response. We can measure these things in different ways. If you want to know how, check out Obehi's books, and Obehi's books will give you techniques to measure. So all of us here can share ways with you. As we say, talking, is free. Us doing the work for you, my friends. That's our time, our expertise, and that costs money. Over here, I'll give it back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, Eddie. You're super. I love your take. And of course, I love all your take, Hannah, Izu. You are what make this room enjoyable. Thank you so much for your contribution. They are immeasurable. Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. Now let's return to the video. All right, we have Krista Obehi in the room. Did I even pronounce that correctly? Obehi.
Anyway. Like a bay of water, actually.
All right, great. So the conversation is measuring the ROI of your business storytelling. Please share with us. Please be brief.
Actually, I just got my first official public speaking gig because of my storytelling ability. Like Evan was saying, you can judge by people's emotions and things like that. And the reason that I got it, now this person that agreed to have me in the summit has never heard me speak in an audio room. He doesn't actually go to audio rooms. I actually met him through Facebook and I applied. My application wasn't the best, but he loved my enthusiasm when I spoke to him about what I wanted to speak in the summit about. Just going from surviving to thriving. Yeah, I kind of snagged that from one of our very dear friends, but that's the whole thing. If you have the right message, your enthusiasm, whether you're a well-versed speaker or just starting out as an author, things like that, you can judge just by people's facial expressions, the emojis, the tone in their voice when they respond back to you. So yeah, Annie's right in every way. There are so many different just little tells. If you're in a Zoom meeting or Facebook meeting, whatever, where you're actually able to look at them, you can judge if people are receiving you by their facial expressions. In an audio room, a lot of times it is by the emojis and things like that. Or, like Annie said, people leaving comments. So I just wanted to say that you're spot on in everything that you're saying, because it was my enthusiasm that got me my first official speaking engagement that had nothing to do with LinkedIn, because I was so excited to take part in the project, in the summit. So it also, basically your tone when you're giving your stories and everything does matter as well, the delivering. So that was just my little share. Thank you, and Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much for that. That is not small. That is great. It's deep. It's deep. No, it's not on the surface. I love that. All right, Izu, we are about in the edit part of it. So I don't know if in the conclusion you want to refer back to what you were saying before, that you have more of the KPI. If you want to touch just one of them and then conclude, please remember to tell people how to find your goals, because we are business people. That is important for us. We don't waste time. So yeah, please conclude with either maybe one of the KPI and then go ahead and let people know how to find your things.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Obehi, and fantastic share there, Annie and Hannah. And I think we're doing a great job, and a very big congratulations to the amazing lady that just spoke now. I'm sure that you will get more gigs and have access to speak at different levels, helping people to overcome the shadows of their challenges. God helping you. The other KPI I'd like to share with you is ensure that you understand the legalities around the story you want to share. This is what some part of an area that most people don't understand about storytelling. Storytelling is not as liberal as most of us believe it is. There are certain stories that you need to back up legally. And for the purposes of having to run a business, you need to ensure that you protect and preserve your story legally. This is really important, because when people decide to, use your story for their business purposes, if you do not have a legal backup, you are going to lose. You would have nothing to hold on to. So you need to pattern your stories legally. It's very important that you consider that as a KPI if you're possibly going to be running a business that is based upon something tangible. If you want to find me, feel free to send me a message right here on LinkedIn, or you can also decide to send a message to Mr. Obehi. I'm open for collaborations, but most importantly, if you want to become a professional storyteller, like a professional storyteller with a seal on your name as a professional storyteller, feel free to reach out to me so I could connect you to some of the platforms that can help you to achieve that. And in 2024, I believe that we should have more storytellers who would be able to help businesses to thrive. I believe that we should encourage people to understand the fundamentals and the science of having to use stories and experiences to be a blessing to people's lives and to help businesses to move from 70% to 280%, if that is possible.
Thank you so much, Izu. I appreciate that.